Hello there everyone, this is IronMark3 and welcome back to Automation Empire for part 3. Welcome to the Ionian Ice Mines, where we mine glaciers for fun and profit, and we have our own robotic army of minions. Yes indeed. Things are going pretty well, honestly. I've melled around a little bit, so these aren't high priority because we're getting a lot of drones coming through. I've actually greatly increased our drone force, so we've got not just 6 hubs here, we've also got another 3 just along the way. I figured, you know what, I'm not going to build anything here, so I'll just tack some drone hubs in there. Yeah, and that's a place for them to be, especially since I plan to have to rearrange this part. I don't plan to, but I'm going to have to rearrange this part quite significantly. I've also actually built up like 200,000, so that's some resources to be starting out with. But this time, the reason I've started recording is because I let the game progress a little bit further, and we have built up a boatload of research points now. So, we can claim this. We now have the technology. We can build them faster, stronger, smarter, steppier than ever before. Step conveyors. Oh, we've got enough mass being shipped to unlock a claw train. Unfortunately, we don't have the research points. Oh well, duly noted, I suppose. But yeah, okay. To the future, though, I think the combiner needs coal and iron to be researched. So, okay, but we can do something about our refiner being a lot more effective than the current setup, which is just so dependent on drones it's not even funny. That said, though, we could really do with unlocking more transport and stuff as well. So, here's my thoughts. I'm thinking we want to get the refiners working in here. We can save some cost because this is something I spotted in a Catherine the Sky video, though I know she learned it from somewhere else, I forget what. The fact that these crate makers, they can crate up to 30 crates, but then if nothing happens to the crate that destroys it, they are around forever. And it was one of the episodes that actually got me considering getting this game. What I can do is, these things don't consume the crates. So if I have a factory that's processing stuff, I can have it process this stuff and then bring it up to be loaded into a cart. Because these extractor systems don't consume the crates either, and then the crates can be refilled with the ore and sent back into the smeltery. So that is a potential option for getting these things operational. Yeah? I just need to work out how to do it. That's the thing. So, let's go ahead and clear out what we set up last time. I'll delete some products, admittedly, but whatever. In fact, you know what? I think I'm just going to demolish the entire damn factory. Yeah, go away. Right. So that's that. That's gone. That has, I think it deletes a couple of drones. No, it... Did it? No, those drones are inside. I've just never completely quite maxed out, I think. I think I deleted some drones? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. I'm thinking of putting a refinery plant somewhere around. I think I'm actually going to use it here, since we've got 5 coal deposits. So maybe in this area here? That might be good. Yes, maybe. Yeah, that'll work fairly well. Let's do it here. We'll have a factory building. Is that going to be good? Maybe. And this will be working to actually get our coal or refined into pure coal. So let's see if we've got a good size. We want to have a unloader on this side here. Right, so there's going to be a tram line going through just here. That's that. That's going to be unloading from a step conveyor, which will be there. Okay, so far so good. Then we want this to be the smeltery area, which will be refiners. We want it to be able to combine it, because the step conveyors, they have a limit on how fast they can move stuff Let's see if it says anything. 1 second timed intervals. Doesn't trigger movement unless every held crate has a space to move in. The thing there is it moves every second. However, it also can't have crates come onto it if there's not a space for it to move into. So that effectively means it can it can handle up to 10 crates per second. What am I on about? 10 crates per second. There we go. That's the stat I want to follow. 10 crates per second. That's 1 per turn, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10 per second. And one of these smelters, it took 10 seconds to refine a coal ore into a coal. So I think I can plug up to 10 smelters into a single set, and it would be okay. Famous last words. Right, 10 smelters. How am I going to do that? That's the question, isn't it? That's the eternal question. So I need to have like that, right? Because step conveyors also unlocks a transfer claw, which can move boxes around the place. Okay. Then that can go like that. I don't have to have a transfer claw, but the transfer claw doesn't actually cost anything except for the initial investment being a bit high. I need a step conveyor for it to be able to grab them from, so that can go there. So you can see already this is already starting to shape up quite nicely. Then how it goes like that, and then the claws can come off that central thing to go there. Okay. And actually the throughput is 5 per 5 seconds, actually, not per 10. 5 per second, not 10, because only every other grid on these things can have a crate on them. So that's going to be an issue. Okay. And yeah, then the idea is that this thing will just feeds back around at the top here, and then that goes there. So 5 per second is up to 5 of these things, so actually maybe just going with 3 is ideal. Well, it'll work. Okay? It'll work. Then we've got a little bit of space here, so this part here will go like that. Bing, 1, 2, 3, bing, and then yeah, actually this is ideally sized. And as far as its length is concerned, width remains to be seen. How wide is this? Well, you need to have a route coming back up here for the crates to be returned. Fits in 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Nice, actually. Yeah, this will roughly fit 4 sets of these things. Okay. Let's do that. And that goes there. That'll separate it. Sure, this will work. Then the products will come onto this end here. Don't need that or that. And the actual coal itself comes in up here. Which actually means we don't really need this one to be elevated at all, do we? Oh well. So much for our massive highway, but it's not technically needed, I don't think. That should be good. So, that'll bring in all of that. I kind of think I want to have a merged system here. So I drop all the coal in, and then it gets refined, and then we send it out on the tracks and things. I might not actually need this elevated track I've got going on here for quite some time, if this works out. Or I can co-opt it for other purposes, I don't know. Anyway, let's get this thing loaded. Needs to go there like that. Then, of course, unloader, which will put into the crates. We need to actually get the crates involved, which will be one of these. This should be good. Yeah, this is a good size. Put that there. A transfer claw will get the things onto there, and then we have a step conveyor placed there. which will transfer the crate onto this line until this line saturates itself. So that's a key word here, saturates. Put that there, and do we want extra storage? Maybe, I don't know, but we need a loader there. And this is pretty much what I saw Catherine Sky use, kinda. It's definitely not bad at all. But there, then that will be where the thing comes in. The train track will come in there. Train track, sorry. Cart track. I'm making sure not to get confused on that one point because there are actual trains involved. There are actual trains in this game. So yeah, I mean that's why I keep clicking. Oh, that's the tracks I want. No, it's not. It's the train tracks. That's the wrong thing. That won't quite go. Okay. So it's not quite lined up perfectly. What with the these guys being in here. So I'm going to have to do corners. That's fine. Almost. Nope, I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Okay, this should be fine there. And then of course we need to have some extra length there, so I'm thinking maybe extend this a little bit so that it unloads onto a thing here afterwards. But that should be good, and that will start to produce some delicious refined coal. And I want to do this kind of in a localized setting like this, because then I can have coal being ferried around by the trams, sorry, the minecarts, and then that can go into crates for immediate shipping, or it can go into research, or wherever I choose to send it, you know? So that's kind of why I want to do it like this. However, because I'm using this area, I'm going to let the drones handle all that stuff down there. In fact, I think I've got too many drones for that now, so let's remove some drones, I guess. I mean, look how many drones we've got just like hanging around. Oh, if we delete that, it also deletes some drones. Okay, good. That would find some stuff, and then this will send it off hither and thither and yon to get sold. But for now, we just want to make sure it's working. So let's go ahead and grab some things. We need to get some power supply in here. That'll do. And yeah, let's make sure that this refinery setup is working properly.
I don't understand. What do you want? You're just a machine.
Let's have 2 carts for now. This will start production. Oh wait, hang on. That's wrong. I need to have it able to actually come out of the thing. Oh, cool. They auto turn. Noted. But as you can see, the grabbers are just like moving it onto here. So this needs time to make all the crates we want anyway. But then once it's done, we can sell this thing, and that will save us $1,600 per month. And because we're not burning any crates, we won't need to replace the crates. So here we go. Oil's coming in. Gets loaded into that crate. And as you can see, it hangs there waiting until it's got space to be dropped onto the line. And then because it's all there, it's going to be unloaded and then come back around. So, efficiency. Now, because there's no space for this one, that means it's just going to keep that crate dangling there until it's got room to put it down. And that's how this thing is going to separate it out to these 3 things, and just keep it coming back around that way. Yeah, that's working pretty well, actually. Just needs more crates on it. So, you're coming back. There we go, we got some coal. It's working! Coal is being refined into stuff. Yay! Okay, right. Now, if I can extend this, that's the thing. I definitely want to replicate that system now because we've got plenty of materials. I think that might have reached saturation point because it's not got any boxes hanging around over here, but it's steady. So yeah, I'm going to delete that. That's saved us on the monthly bill. You're coming back and you've got excess space. Okay, so we do need a long train to do that. But what I'm thinking is like have a single large train running around at the back here, and then that can be fed by merging coal inputs from elsewhere into just this one thing. And that'll make sure that it gets everything distributed into this area. Or if I can link a string of these things together, it won't even need that much. The problem is, of course, I can't actually get... it has to come in on a track. So that's something I have to be aware of. Yeah, you're going okay. So, I've got that. Now we need a way for it to actually come out of there. Again, ideally, if I can get the conveyors the connectors working. The problem is if it saturates the actual tracks, though. That might be a thing. We've got a couple of spots here where we can unload this particular setup. So let's go ahead and try to do this with the tracks for a tram setup. At least for now. So, tracks. There. Turn. Not enough space for a lift. So turn around. Then elevation. Okay. Problems we've got like it's going to be it's not got quite enough space to do a turn there, so that's enough. Okay. And then we'll just throw it into the existing track line just there. And that will be able to transfer all of that across. Okay. We have coal ready to flow. Indeed. We don't really want this thing working on coal ore anymore because we're about to nick the coal ore supplies from over here. So let's go ahead and remove this track setup here. Gonna keep that there, but we're gonna be taking all of the coal to go into this area here. Let's get the thing I was mentioning before set up though. Let's see. If I want this thing to be a single localized loop, it's going to be like that, all the way to the other end. Then turn it. It has to go into a doorway, which is going to be like that, and that will be my little tram route. Oh yeah. There we go. That'll handle that. And then any and all resource supplies coming in will feed onto a single thing going around this way on this thing, and that'll feed it up into the stuff that's in here. So let's see. I need to have, I guess, a large container because this might wind up holding a lot of stuff. Let's pop it there. No, that's unfair. We've got the supplies over here and that over there as well. So let's attach it to the edge of the thing over this way. Yeah, that should be a bit fairer. Gotta keep space around this thing though, just so that it can. Just so that it can actually receive the shipments that are coming in. That's the thing. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, receiving the shipments. So you're the unloader. You're going to be feeding from this big storage just there. Then I will have you be the intake. Actually, that doesn't leave a space for that one there, does it? Because it's only 2 gap. We need 3 gap for it to actually be able to accept multiple feeds on the same side. Sorry, 4 gap, ideally. This is actually kind of tricky. Kind of pondering. might want to extend the silo network a little bit for this. Can you turn around in that space? You cannot, because that track's there. Because of the sheer necessity of location. Okay. Right, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I've worked it out. I've got a plan. That'll go there. Then a 3 length. Then that can go there. Then this will be the load point for this particular side. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Go there. It turns around just for extra space and stuff. Then it can come back around here, but it also has, yeah, it'll also step up just to get that sweet speed bonus. That sweet speed bonus, because of course it will. And yeah, that'll do the trick. That'll do the trick. I think. Yeah, just along there like that. And then that's where this one is going to come. And of course, we do need to sidestep it slightly as well. Sometimes I think, honestly, this is the time when I think I'm least interesting as far as being actual making content is concerned. It's like, I'm going to do this and this, but then I need this and this and this and this and this and this and that and that and do, and then it's like, how long have I spent just waffling on like that? And it's like, I have no idea. That'll do.
I don't understand. What do you want? You're just a machine. You're just a machine.
Yeah, there we go. This will come down here. We'll nose into this configuration here. This is going to have to get a bit longer, but oh well. But at least it's got that vertical section there just to increase the speed. And then, as you can see, that is already being moved along this particular cart, which then transfers it to there, which then transfers it to there, and that goes all good. So yeah, that's that. Right, now we need to actually start using it to go somewhere. Because we've got that, so we can now plug in these mines at will, pretty much. I just want to make sure that I don't want to cross-contaminate the lines, really. So I'm going to have to do some stuff, like pull this out, pull that out. This section, I think I'm going to have to tear out this entire section here just so that this road can be extended by another set of things. And because I'm going to need more roads as well, I think, just in general. So I'm gonna let's install some now. It's gonna be like that. Let's move it up slightly just so it's an equal spacing, I suppose. So just so it's up like that, and then we'll have the truck going off that way. Yep, that seems good. And I think I'll have actual boxing and stuff going on here, because this road is going to extend into this part here when I get it working. So that's going to be an issue. But I also want to be able to... how much are you holding? No, you're fine right now. You, however, are getting full. Is that going to cause a problem if this thing backflows? I think... for science, we must find out. Though I suspect it might. Because, yeah, I mean, what happens if we burn coal? And if this thing is not unloaded... yeah, I need to get this thing flowing, actually. I don't think it'll do anything. Where's the refining recipe? Coal, gold, oil, crude oil to oil. Combined... oh, the bottom row is recipes. Steel plates is iron plus coal. Okay. So coal just goes to coal. So I think if I feed this a block of coal, it's actually going to jam up and stop. So that's actually something I don't want to test. I don't want to test that, if I'm entirely honest. So I need to get this thing flowing a bit. I actually get it going. So, you, minecart track, you're going to get big. Actually, I don't know if I need them on that side. Let's get a five track on it. Turn it around because, well, why not? And then, is that going to be able to do? I guess I'm going to find out if I'm going to unify this one into a single thing as well. This might not be the most efficient thing, but it's what I'm going with. Also delete these because I've decided not to use this little iceberg as a vital structural support. Because it might be a bad idea. And I'm actually going to make this into a loop because it's going to be a seriously beefy train trying to cope with all this.
I don't understand. What do you want?
And I'll just put this next to it like that. And then power can come through just along the middle there. Yeah, I guess that'll do. So it's definitely a bit wobbly around this end, but that will allow it to actually progress on a loop. That's, yeah, pretty darn full. And I also need an unloader. Oh dear. I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing and it's like going verbal. Oh, you're already empty, are you? Cool. You're going to process all your boxes up, so I'm going to leave that research center doing what it's doing. But these guys are all empty, so I can sell them off. These crates are going to run out pretty quickly. Yeah. And then, can I actually place these step things outside? No, must be built inside. Must be built inside. Okay, so I need a factory to do the unpacking and sorting for stuff. Duly noted. Factory. If I build it like this. Yeah, it's gonna have to be kind of awkward because if I want to get these things like densely sorted or something, like what I actually need though is pure crate speed for this stuff. But I'm gonna have to space it out just because of the nature of these things and the fact they don't quite line up with these. So I can't just merge them together very easily. I don't think. I mean, can these guys pull out of a thing? No, these things are input only. Okay. So it's going to have to come through these storages. In fact, I don't think I need anything special at all. Now that I'm considering it. Yeah, I don't need anything special. I don't need anything special. Special isn't required here. Well, special thought is kind of needed because, yeah, special. But, I guess it's going to be like that. 1, 2. Yeah, it's going to have to be something like that for boxing and stuff like that. So. That, and I think that's the right space to get things up. No, wait, that needs to be further away because of the darn things. Oh dear. Will that be good enough for the thing? I'm losing my train of thought. No, that's not. Oh dear. No, that's not going to be too good at all. That. So it's actually a gap of 3 between. I can't do it more densely than that. Yeah, it's going to have to be like that, isn't it? Well, I guess that's going to have to be how the output's going to go. If I put it... then I can go ahead and... It's going to be there and there. Storage should be in the center like that. And yep, that gives enough space for the connects and things to go. There's got to be a better way to do it than doing it in that. I mean, the only way to get it denser in terms of that is like if I strip out and then use an individual container per crate maker, but that seems inefficient, if I'm honest.
I don't understand. What do you want? You're just a machine. You're just a machine.
You have to do it like that. And then it's just going to be like that, turn around, and so on. So this is kind of how it's going to be. I have to drop it down from the highway state just for that, but yeah, it's gonna do the job. It's gonna do the job at the very least. I think I'll keep with the whole having the telepole in the middle of this main line. I seem to be doing, at least as far as coal's concerned. Though I'll be able to reroute the rebuild. Well, reroute is definitely not the right word for it. Rework the tram tracks. Why am I calling these trams? They're minecarts. The tracks to try to do stuff with it. Oh, my technical terms are going out the window, aren't they? There we go. Yeah, that should be able to do the job. Let's do one test. Oh, was that a... Oh, overloaded on the power grid. We need more power. We're bound to sooner or later, but yeah, we need more... Captain, I don't have the power! We need more power, Captain! There's something... There we go, one over there, why not? Yeah. We're just going to let this thing do a run. Make sure it's going okay. And then I think after this episode I'll actually get the rest of the coal hooked up to it. Just to make sure that it's all going okay. And why aren't you carrying anything? Did I forget to... No, it's full. Did I have you going in the wrong direction or something? Oh, wait, wrong piece. I guess we're going to see if this thing jams up or not. Right. Are you going to jam? Because I was a fool. Okay, it seems to just pass them through when it's actually already got the stuff. Okay. But, yep, full load of things. Comes over here. That's working fine. Those are all empty. But there we go. We've actually got refined coal coming out now. And we can do refined iron as well. Yeah, that's all empty now. So, yeah. Okay, we've got progress. We've got more expensive material flowing. But I'm going to call it there though. So, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the show and this visit to Automation Empire. I think my trial run is going to include maybe a couple more parts or something like that. But we'll see how this thing keeps on going. I can tell that this thing needs a long train. Bring as much material as you can, good sir. Because these things output really fast. However, oh, it doesn't seem to get the speed boost until the entire train is up on the actual thing. So that is probably worth noting. Yeah. See you all later, guys. I think unifying along the entire length there is probably a really good idea.